And my girls, my sunshine.
Have you ever been wondering what is the meaning of celebrity worship syndrome? How about SAESANG fan? Celebrity worship syndrome is an obsessive addictive disorder in which a person becomes overly involved with the details of celebrity personal and professional life. To make the circle smaller, we have chosen SAESANG fans that are having critical obsession towards K-pop idols. I would like to take two examples of the causes who tragically committed suicide due to depression. The first example was Choi Jin-ri. Choi Jin-ri was a prominent member of K-pop group who eventually became a soloist. She has known for being outspoken when it came to mental issues, cyberbullying, and women's rights, which is uncommon K-pop stars. According to BBC, she was found dead in her home with no signs of foul play. The second case was Gu Hera. For your information, Gu Hera was a singer, actress, former member of girl group, and also close friend with Choi Jin-ri. She had a private of examined by the general public faces barrage of online criticism. She was bullied and slut-shamed, considering the double standard that applied to male and female K-pop stars. So, according to SCMP, Gu Hera was found dead in her home just 6 weeks after Choi Jin-ri alleged suicide, posting the words "goodbye" on her Instagram.
The main cause we believe as the trigger to this SAESANG fan is the media. There are so much exposure held to the artist with or without their consent. This has been an access towards the SAESANG fan to collect as much data as they wanted for free of any charge. Next cause is probably because lack of self-esteem of the fan itself. The behavior of worshipping the idols because of their extremely attractive looks made them obsessed with what they don't have on behalf of them. This situation cause an unhealthy environment that may affect the artist or the singer. A Japanese BTS SAESANG fan once shared that she started to become a SAESANG fan after she was offered with some cash from a Korean SAESANG fan to stalk BTS and take high quality pictures of them. The Japanese SAESANG fan ended up becoming more obsessed with stalking the BTS members and was loving the money she was getting from doing it. We also believe that the economic factor also affecting this kind of behavior.
For this section, Amir and I are going to explain the effects of the spreading numbers of SAESANG fans. As had been mentioned by the others panel just now, SAESANG fan can be defined as an obsessive fan who stalks or engages in other behavior, constituting an invasion of the privacy of celebrity or K-pop idol. SAESANG fan desire to establish relationship with their idol is what Steve Guile, professor of psychology for State University of New York, called as parasocial interaction. It is a form of one-way relationship with a person or figure who usually has a higher status, where individuals know the figure well but not vice versa. Put in a simple way, celebrity worship syndrome is a one-sided affair. Although there are no studies are yet done, it seems very likely that celebrity worship syndrome lead to decline in marriage. In most cases, SAESANG fan develops love obsession or delusional behavior with the celebrity and believe that he or she is in a real relationship without any basis in reality. Some of them, they perceive that they want their future boyfriend or husband to be exactly the same as the idol that they like, in aspects such as fashion style and behavior. Next, SAESANG fan daily activities lead to criminal rate increases. Some of them even commits fraud and steals money in order to fund their activities to follow their favorite idol. According to Lee, one of the SAESANG fan, she reveals that she spent about $1,000 a month on her SAESANG activities alone, which mostly goes into paying for the taxis that chase her idol down. Kim, a SAESANG taxi driver, say that it is hard for them to stop making money in this way because they make a lot of money out of it. The sad reality is that these special taxis with speed as much as 200 km per hour to chase after vans that idol ride. This kind of reckless driving put the idol driver in a state of danger and will eventually causes car accidents. Some of you might be wondering why SAESANG fan they are willing to spend this huge amount of money and wasting their time, even they know that their favorite idols feeling uncomfortable around them. Well, SAESANG fan activities can be said as a kind of hedonism. In general, hedonism can be defined as a lifestyle that is entirely based on the goals of enjoying unlimited pleasure in the world. SAESANG fan daily activities to maximize pleasure in this world by gaining attention from their idol tend to do something that is outside the norm, as they forget it will surely bring them toward a chaotic life.
In the other hand, the effects that SAESANG fans' behavior brought in academics perspective is educational problem. Most of them would fail in their examination because they frequently skip classes and some of them even drop out of school. Emma Rundle 2020 has stated in her article about K-pop culture leads to the wrong impression that appearance determines success. She said that this is the most serious negative effect that K-pop stars have on young people. The biggest stars are being trained from a very young age. They enter a competitive industry which imposes various standards for their outward appearance. Everything revolves around beauty, style, and money in their world. When students are exposed to such values, they get the impression that education is not as important as they once assumed. K-pop idols didn't get famous because they did well in math. The combination of moderate talent, great appearance, and hard training got them where they are. Many students can be driven off their educational journey when they get too inspired by those values. In terms of health, they seriously having a mental disorder. If one person is normal, he or she would not be having an obsession towards something, following and creeping into the idol's life. Though music helps us to relax, K-pop contributes to several health problems. Those who spend too much time for watching music videos and searching information about K-pop usually suffer from asthenia as a result of sleeplessness and skipping meals. Some K-pop fans remain glued to the computer or TV screen, which can cause eye disease or memory loss. Besides, it can be harsh to ears too if you listen to loud sound without any break. It also has been associated with depression, delinquency, and smoking.
Before this syndrome gets to become cancer, this has to be stopped. Dr. Mark Griffiths, psychologist at Northampton University, conducted a research regarding this celebrity worship syndrome. It is told by him that those who worship celebrities for personal reasons were more depressed, more anxious, more solitary, more impulsive, and more troublesome. So as the first suggestion to cure this SAESANG fan's behavior, the people around him or her have to bring them to see a doctor and settle up with their obsessions towards celebrity through proper therapy. Second solution is to include parents in their children's activities. In a research by students of a school in Thailand, 70% of their classmates have the access to obtain information of the idol's private life. How scary is that? We believe these SAESANG fans have to be controlled. Media and gadgets restrictions by parents at home has to be implemented in order to reduce their obsession towards the idols. Last but not to be least, we would like to suggest the solution to this should also be taken part from the government, especially legislation. One of our speakers told earlier in this video about 2 suicidal cases affected by SAESANG fans' behavior. Thoroughly, we did ample of research regarding the law taken from anyone. But unfortunately, we didn't find one law to give them justice. Those bullies and super obsessed fans are freely enjoying their lives. In conjunction of that, nothing less we are very much expecting from the government has to imply a new law abiding our demand. As for the conclusions, we believed that SAESANG fans' behavior started at home, so I would advise the parents to be moderately strict upon their children, because if we didn't stop that earlier, it will be very dangerous for our kids' future. That's all from us. Bye and thank you.